Welcome to the Preps Plus podcast. Jason Leskiw. I'm here with Wahkiakum superstar Macie Elliott, leading scorer for sure. And you've been the leading scorer for the past 2 seasons. What's gone into the program's success? I mean, it's one of these things where you guys have the smallest numbers of any 2B, and yet somehow you guys are on top every year.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't always the case until Rob actually decided to become the coach.
Mm-hmm.
He really tried to change the program and our mindset, and try to eliminate all the drama and all that stuff. And the past couple of years, the girls have really bought into that, and that's a huge reason why we're successful, is because we buy into being dedicated and we buy into working as hard as we possibly can. Like every single drill we're doing, we're going as hard as we can. And Rob's done a really, really good job of just making us that way. Basically, he has quotes every day that motivate us. Like he's constantly watching film and then showing us or sending us clips, and he's like, "What do you see here?" Like he makes us do the thinking, and I think that he is the reason why the program has changed.
Okay. He's kind of earned a reputation as like a point guard whisperer of sorts, you know. But obviously, you know, you can't have one position on the team make all the difference. You know, you have to have a lot of different things working. What do you, when you have a younger girl like we were just talking about, Jancy, you know, step into a prominent role? What do you see from players like that have to kind of take the reins a little bit and fill a large role in the team?
Yeah, Jancy is so important to our team. There was an article on her about getting rebounds, and that gives us the extra shot, and those are huge. You get an extra 30 seconds to score again. I don't know, Jancy's, and she's so what's my word I'm thinking for? What is that? She's so humble.
Okay.
She's so cute about everything. She's like, oh yeah, I just dropped 20 and got 15 rebounds. We're like, okay. But no, Jancy's work ethic is unreal. She's in the gym. When she's by herself and she's in the gym, she's drip sweating all the time. She's always getting better. She's doing game-like moves all the time. She's unreal.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna be forced to be reckoned with in the future. She already is. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. All right. And I mean, for people like me who, you know, make my living following sports, and you know, generally for me, I generally know, or I can pick at least a couple teams. Hey, this team's going to state, or this team's going to be, you know, the team to beat. And for the last couple of years, you guys have been that team for 2B girls basketball. And I'm guessing there might be a challenge with not being super cocky about that. I mean, because I'm sure you guys kind of know it too.
Yeah.
That you're the favorite. And
Yeah.
what do you guys do to stay focused, I guess?
Like I said, Rob has those daily quotes, and we always talk about being humble, and if you're good, other people are going to talk about you. There's no need to talk about yourself, and I think we really believe in that. And there's middle schoolers sometimes come in a couple times and they'll be like, oh yeah, I did this and that, and we kind of call them out on that. We're like, hey, no, people, we know you're good. People know you're good. You don't need to say that you're good. Yeah. But that's just a middle school thing, and it's a learning thing, and the program will change you for sure. So. Okay. Yeah.
What got you into basketball initially?
So I started when I was in first grade, I think, and Ellie Lights, one of our posts. Her dad, Steve Lights, has coached all of his kids. So Ellie's his oldest, Jake Lights, Megan Lights, and now Parker. Okay. And so he's always had youth programs, and so we were his first, and I don't know, we just did YMCA. He'd have to pick us up to move us into our right spots, and and
right.
He'd do we did all these fun tournaments Seaside, and we always loved that one because we'd go to Fun Land and do the hot tub. So that was always super cool.
Nice.
So yeah, the seniors that are on the team today were in we played tournaments since we were really young together. So
okay.
Yeah, it was definitely because of Steve, and our community is big on basketball and stuff, so it kind of like pushes you towards playing sports, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because Cathlamet's such a small place.
Yeah.
But football recently has really kind of been front and center a little bit. Obviously, the baseball team last couple of years. Softball's had kind of new, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, there's also not a lot to do, like things to do in the community. Like we go to the pool, or there's just not much to do. So like we just go and shoot hoops, or I don't know, like I guess kids go to the batting cages. Like there's not a lot to do, so we do sports.
That's one of the that's what I love about basketball. You don't need anybody else. You just need a ball and a basket.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can go spend hours.
And the community is really good about like if you want to get in the gym. Some schools like you have a hard time finding somebody to get the key and get into the gym, but almost like if you're dedicated and people know that, they'll let you in the gym, like and they'll unlock it for you and like stay in there with you and help you out. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many girls on the team play AAU, whether it be Roots or any other kind of summer program?
Ellie, me, Charlie, Kenny, Jancy, and Paige all played AAU this last spring.
Okay.
And then all of the like 8th graders, freshmen were on a tournament team with Steve. And so we all pretty much stick together for the most part. Like on the Roots team, Paige and Jancy were together, Charlie and Kenny were together, and then me and Ellie were together. So
okay.
Yeah.
How much growth do you guys find during those seasons?
So like in the spring and summer, for me anyways, it's more like individual type thing. So I had 2 new coaches, Jason and Field, and they're based out of Olympia. Their team was called Hoop Stars.
Okay.
Me and Ellie played for them, and they are like so awesome. The 2 of them, they'll like, I don't know, anytime you want to work out or like tune something, or you're like, my crossover's not good, they're like, they drive down to Cathlamet from Olympia to like help me out. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's a drive too. And neither one of them have kids, but they're like, so they have the time to do stuff, and yeah, they really helped me become like a better player in the off season individually. Yeah, but they also helped us like team wise and stuff. So they'd come down and help us like fine tune stuff with the team, like presses and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you on those teams? Are you typically a scoring leader also?
It kind of depended on the game. Like I had my games and stuff, but we had a couple good players we were kind of all over the place. We had a good girl from Tumwater, Sophia Kelsch, and then we had Miriam Nightstar, Kaylee Zhao.
Gotcha.
And then we just had good players, and they're like, most of us were the scorers on our team, so it kind of just depended who was hitting that day.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like throughout the day, there's like several different games, so you got your chance. Like if you weren't hitting in one game, you had another.
Right. Okay. I've heard from most people that those seasons are significantly more difficult than the high school season.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for obvious reasons, you take all the best players from each high school team, and then you kind of create an all-star team of sorts. How much of a different? There's got to be a different energy that comes with that, right? I mean,
yeah. From like my high school team, like Wahkiakum, is like the team is so much fun to be on. Not saying that AAU isn't, but we just don't have that like experience and that friendship that we did.
Okay.
So high school basketball is more fun for me because I don't know. All my teammates are my best friends. Like I'm not even kidding. You know how like some people say that like cheesy, but no, like my teammates are my best friends, and I think that's one of the reasons why we're successful. But AAU is a lot more difficult because of like you don't have the chemistry, like you're learning everybody's names, like for me, like because I was on a brand new team, so I was learning everybody's names, and I was like, oh, like I don't really know you, like do you like to be coached well, like how hard do you go in practice, like are you kind of like a slacker? But Jason and Field did a really good job of like picking the people who are going to work hard, and like so that was pretty cool.
Okay. It's that sort of basketball has come under fire recently, and it's funny because when I was a kid, it was, I think you saw a lot of that grow where travel baseball started to become a bigger thing, back in the late 90s, and then you get into the middle of 2000s, and that's the norm, I guess.
Yeah.
Have you heard some of the things people like to say sometimes about AAU that, to not diminish it, but some of the, when people express things they don't like about some AAU teams,
like they don't feel like kids should be year round, that type of thing, or
that, and also just the fact that it's one of the major things is people say, well, I don't want to play on this team, which I could understand in certain cases, and I think most people could, but they say, well, I want to play for this team, or I want to play for this team, or I know occasionally there's money that comes into it, and it's obviously a big departure from high school. Have you seen any of those sorts of things? Do some of those things bug you? And
I know AAU is a lot more expensive than high school, obviously, because of you're traveling and going to all these tournaments across the country and all sorts of things like that. But I think it really if you really want to play at the next level, you kind of have to buy into that, because that's where the college coaches are watching you. I'm not saying that you won't get noticed if you're not on an AAU team, because coaches come to the state tournament, coaches come to districts, especially with our league. Our league has been a powerhouse in the past, so coaches know there's good kids coming out of this league. But AAU is definitely where you're gonna get seen and noticed and stuff, and that's where I got noticed and stuff.
Okay.
For me, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you going to college?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've been going on different visits and
Okay.
stuff, but still deciding.
Okay. Care to talk about any of that?
No, I actually I talked to Rocky Mountain College in Montana, which would be kind of cool because they play Peyton and Parker, the stars of the league, a couple years ago. But I just recently went on a visit to Eastern Oregon.
Okay.
And I really liked it there. They Coach Weisenflew, actually Tiff, our assistant coach, played there for her. So I really liked her, and she really emphasizes on toughness, and I really like that motto a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you gotten any offers from any of those schools? Or?
Just Rocky. Not an official offer from Eastern yet, because I just went there last weekend. But
got it.
Yeah, she's gonna come do a couple games, so we'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, good luck on that.
Thanks.
Hope everything works out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I bet. All right. Well, hey, thanks for doing this, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
It'll be a tough game, really a league decider. It's, we're at Toledo. Wahkiakum takes on Toledo, and should have a pretty big effect for everybody in the league that's looking at districts.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure.
good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good week.